Yes, folks, your man the Bandit's back. Never been away. Here we are on the 3rd of June, and it is hard to get motivated. June to probably August, June to end of August is really hard. The bit after Cheltenham is hard to sort of get in the podcasting mode, but I've been hard at it, 10 weeks from then to where we are now. Obviously, you're hammering the things what's run well at Cheltenham and horses about what might be moving to certain races, what you can bet on that now. And you sort of feel like you've exhausted it, but if a few of the good things come in, this is the bit that can build your pot. So here we are, folks. The Bandit's back. Just want to do a quick update. We've gone over the 1,500 mark. So £1,562.57 of the bookies' bones. We're averaging 156 quid a week. And obviously, as a lot of you know, I do put bets on to get free bets. So it's Champions League, put a tenner on a bet bill to get your money back. I do that across 3 or 4 accounts, try and get my money back in cash. But everyone that loses, I get a free bet from. But Mr. N, one of the chief fall guys, we were fall guys who fell by the wayside. Mr. C, can't get hold of him. Don't know what's going on. Is he betting? Is he not? No one knows. Let us know in the comments, Mr. C. We know Alty Boy will be at it. Alty Boy's seen the light. Alty Boy knows where the money is. But Mr. N, who doesn't put any money on whatsoever, as of the 3rd of June, has got £100 clear free money from the bookies. So, that's what can be done, folks. You just need a few fall guys. And to bet smart. So yeah, that's where we are, 3rd of June. I'm feeling like experienced at doing this now, and the excitement's still there and the enthusiasm, but we're going to win big this year. Let's just see what happens. Let's play it out, because last year to win, I think we ended up with Grand National about 1,600 quid each, which is good. To be 16 quid each up, 3,200 at Cheltenham's bloody good. And there's a few little things. It's every year, a few things what would have got us an extra 10, 15, 20 grand. But definitely, to say I've now done 7 years profit every year, it's the right tactic for us, might not be the right tactic for you. And we've been so close to some big wins. So we'll quickly just talk over some of the bets and what we've been doing. And as you can see, it's your obvious horses. We're thinking All Park Star Iroko. Obviously lost the champion hurdle, probably going to go there. Mixed Brighter Days in a few times. I think it might go Mer's hurdle this time. I think Gordon might take it there to try and get a winner at Cheltenham. My Daddy Paddy, we're also doing that champion hurdle. That probably makes sense. Maybe someone will correct me. That'll go there. Lambert, not fully sure we'll go with that. We're doing quite a few on Ryanair. Obviously, Gaelic's you want. Hammer that in all. When you get a £10 double, get it in 2-1. He could win with 3 legs. Still putting Factor Filing. Think it's good pricing. Likes Cheltenham form 5-1. That'll do for the Bandit this time of year. Could go harder on, but this is spread bet. That's why we have a few horses. King Rasco, hoping someone like Smoking Steve can tell us where it's going to go. I'm thinking Browns, but King Rasco's obviously a good thing. Done very little on the turners, despite that bet you can see. But if I was to give you one, and this is going against what I'm going to tell you as well, but it's spread betting. Told the Big Bandit, Supreme Turners, not betting on them. Hammering them till November time. All the money in previous years that we've wasted, where none of the horses we backed up to November ran in the race, we're now putting on the King George. I think you look at the King George, the first 6 in the betting are likely going to win it. And if you spread bet those, you're going to have some nice little bets going on for your Cheltenham pots. So I'm in the King George a bit more. That's the changing tactic, the experience kicking in. But this base hunter for the Turners, if I was giving you one, ran in the bump obviously, I think that could be a good one going up to the Turners. So there you go. Teapot's worth putting in. You've seen Owned by the Lee. Teapot's a 9-year-old. Owned by the Lee's won it as an 11-year-old. And Owned by the Lee have failed in the stayers. Teapot hasn't failed. It has won it once. Failed the last 2 times, but been up there. So just needs its day. Like the big bandit says, don't give up. And I think 16-1 for Teapot's cracking odds, especially with an each way punter. Mr. One of our followers, his name, Mr. Basin, I think, Mr. Peter Basin, gave us Iroko last year. Now, Nationals changed, it's easier, the better horses are winning it. If Iron Maximus can win it twice and Iroko's up and coming, it came second last year, I'm winning Iroko at 16, so it's Iroko again for the Bandit. Still putting Iron Maximus in. But you're doing a lot more on the Grand National and King George. Money we was wasting on the Supreme. So my advice would be, the big bandit keeps pulling them in every so often. More Rambler, fair enough, in a pound treble. We'll have some in, just in case. But I think we had way too much. If you see, there's not, compared to the other races, there's the odd pound treble with Supreme in. I mean, God, they've got 5 on it though. It's enough. But yeah. What another tactic I've done this year, let's just filter this to singles. This is all my doing. The big bandit's not on with this, as you can see, it's all my name. Done a lot more singles. These are all the singles here. And when I get a big one, like a 15 quidder, get it on. And I'm going to show you the money going on so far. And this is my boot roughly looked like this after 2 days last year. 2 days to get races with a few hundred going on a few horses. So I'm quite happy with this so far. Bit back on King George on those 4. Already a bit back on Grand National. So doing these singles now, stayers, quite a bit back on a few horses. Champion Hurdle, bit back. King Rascal might not go there, but I'd rather have something like King Rascal, what might not win the race as a single, than a double, and it wins and you don't get your second horse. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to bet smart here. Same with Majborough. I think it could go back to hurdles. I'd like to hear anyone's thoughts on the engine that is Majborough going to hurdles and romping up in the champion hurdle. Could be done. So I'm quite happy where I am there. So yeah, it's a quick update. There's that base hunter again, what I mentioned. But as you can see from looking at our bets, it's the horses you've seen last year, especially ones that have got Cheltenham form. There is an horse I've been backing quite a bit recently, which won at the festival 2 years ago. This is one of these horses I think what's going to come back and haunt people and win. I've only put it. Oh, it must be in a few on the other. Slade Steel for the Stayers. When people say, "Oh, it did win here 2 years ago," I've only got it in 3 bets. He's had a go with the big bandit. Why are you backing that? I'm going to get it in more than 3. I think that could be a bit of a bogey horse. Let's get him on the phone. Let's get the main man. Let's get the main man on the phone here. The big bandit. Let's get him on. Sober Glory for the Urkel. Kopek for the Champ Chase, as you can see. Spread. This is what spread betting's about. Mixing them in. See if we can get him. That's cracking odds. 16-1 over entitlement. Majborough. Get on it. Get on it. All parts with a bit of 12s. I know we've backed it for the Urkel a lot, but we've put a few. So that you could also spread bet your races. Welcome to the Tesco. Can't get hold of the big bandit. Let's see if we can get him on another number. Can be quite elusive. Just horses you've seen there last year. Like, he's done a couple of Hot Turner's Love Sign. You know that was in the bumper last year. You've just got to bet smart this time of year and just hope you get a bit lucky. Another horse what's cracking odds. White Noise, 50-1, won the Meuse Novice. Wow. 50-1, get on it for the Meuse Hurdle. In fact, I must have. Where's the Meuse Hurdle here? Yeah, there. I've got 551 quid. Because obviously it's 50-1. I've had a bit of 10 on it, haven't I? If that thing wins. So that's where I think a few of my singles are a bit smarter this year. If you're going to do it, I'd rather have it in a single than a double that at 50-1, to be honest. State man, get on it. 25s for the champion early. You having a laugh? I think there's some cracking value out there. I keep hearing people every leaf. I say, no, value's in it. Value's in it? No. Get on it? No. Get a few singles on these prices. Something will come in what's won there before. Whether it's Slade, Steel, State Man. Oh, entitlement. 16-1 Majborough. Get on it. Ballyburn. Get on it. But yeah, you can see what we're doing, folks. Can't get all the Big Bandit. We'll try Mr. Pig in him because he's just the fall guy. He's always available. He will answer the phone. This man, always available, reliable fall guy. He won't be messing about. He'll answer the phone. There we go. You're live on air. Don't swear. I knew you'd answer the phone. We tried to get the Big Bandit. We can't get hold of him. We're doing our first podcast of the year.
Right, I see.
How are we feeling? How we better win big?
How are we feeling? We're in for a bumpy year. It's the early start, but the early bird beats the worm, so big, you know. Yes, we're in for a good year.
I think you'll find it's the early bird catches the worm, not beats the worm.
Is that what it is? Well, it's whichever way you're on to a winner, aren't you? You know what I mean? It's all good. That's what I'm trying to say, you know. You've caught me on the hop here. I'm just making things up on the fly, as they say, you know, or over the hurdles or the jumps, as they say.
We'll not put any pressure on you. We've just gone over the tactics. A few more singles this year from the Bandit.
Right.
I've talked up. I'm more experienced this year, not as excitable. It's going to be tough. Right. But the experience, no more bets on the Supreme and Turners, all going on the King Georgian National. It's about betting on races where you know the horses in the betting are going to be there. Supreme, right. None of horses we backed up until November ran in the race. Wasted money. And a lot more singles, Mr. N. A lot more singles.
Yeah, I agree with you there. You've thought of a plan, and that's the plan you've devised. So, like you say, you said the Supreme there, and we got nothing out of that, did we? So, why not spread it? That's what it's about, isn't it?
Just be telling the listeners, you've got £100 and 94 pence on already, you know, in 10 weeks.
Wow.
So, no cash stake by Mr. N and £100 on. Are we happy with that?
Oh, way happy, very happy, very happy. I'm in a happy mood anyway, as it is, but you've just enhanced that happy mood. So, brilliant.
The $1 million question is, I want off you, from what you've been learning over the last few years, right. I want an horse you think's going to win, and then an horse you think's value. You've been seeing the bets coming through, horses that have won before, that have ran at Cheltenham. Give us off top of your head. Come on, get on the nose with Mr. N. What's going to pig him win?
I'm under pressure here. Come on, you put me right on the spot here. I'm not even giving a thought to any horse yet, but you know, horses for courses. You know me, that's the way I go. So if we've got some of the big guns running, you back the big guns, don't you? You know what I mean?
What we're backing? Because at the minute I don't know what we're backing. There's no horse called Big Gun.
Well, you got to go with Mullins again, haven't you, and stuff like that, and you know the old Lossy Mouth and. The old Gaelic Warrior, you know, off the top of my head, they're the two that set to me.
So you're thinking
at Cheltenham.
You're wanting. Let's have a look if we've got it. We will have some. Let's have a look. What you're wanting there is a Lossy Mouth Gaelic Warrior double.
Gaelic Warrior double.
Let's have a look on the spreadsheet.
Because if they're both there and they're both fit and they're both on form, they both win. Simple as that. Well,
you've exposed us here because actually. We've only got one. We've got trebles with them. We've only got one double, a £10 double for £95. So I think we'll take lessons from Mr. N. We're going to have some more doubles on Lossymouth and Gaelic Warrior.
Right.
Get on it with Mr. N. We now want Mr. N something big. You know what have you seen odds wise? You've seen your bet. Can you give us a big? You know, people have got mortgages out here. They're not, you know.
I don't know. I mean, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Something big. I mean, big's big, isn't it? You know what I mean? You're talking 10-1's no good, is it? You want your 25s and your 30s and your 50s and all that, don't you? I don't know. You've caught me on the up there.
I'll give you some inspiration. You've got entitlement 16-1, what won last year going in the Meuse Hurdle. You've got White Noise, what won the Meuse Novice. It'll be in the
Yes.
Mersey, it's 50-1, 66s in places.
Right.
And I'd say your other horse, you could probably look at Teapot, Teapot, been up there.
Yeah. Well,
That
yeah,
that
but I
that
don't think.
owned by the Lee lost 2 years in a row, and owned by the Lee's 2 years older than Teapot.
Yeah.
16 to
I
1
don't.
on the
I'm
nose.
not. I'm not feeling Teapot for next year. I think you're getting up to that. It's getting up to that stage with Teapot now, where there might be a younger horse or two what can, you know, take over that position. A good horse he is and still is, but no, I mean, I feel entitled this week, so why don't we say her of entitlement? You know
Earth
what I mean?
entitlement for Mr. N. You've heard it
You
on the
know, we'll
nose.
say that.
We love you, Lydia Mr. N.
Okay,
We've got to go. Someone's got what to do. That was Mr.
no
Piggy
problem.
N.
Big hell.
As
See
I
you
said,
later.
spread bet responsibly with the Cheltenham Bandit and get on it with the Bookie's Bones.
Get on it. Bye.
We're still on. We've not turned off here. We will do another episode at 2 to 2.5 grand. I think we're still on. Can't get off.